this idea was born, almost immediately after he passed away. There was this need to come together to mourn and to do it with music, with dance, with all the things that Fernan loved. Right after he passed away, there was a tribute concert where many musicians came, and they did an entire day where there were so many musicians, some couldn't even play, and it was extraordinary. But that happened in Toronto, and so I knew that there were lots of people in this region that knew Fernan from the St. Jacob's Market, and that they were used to seeing him at some of our concerts. So I wanted to do something here for them to be able to come and do a little bit of, mourning in the way that we know best, which is with music.
I think having to play this concert in memory of our dear friend Fernán, it's one of the hardest things we've done so far. We know for a fact that he's always with us, he's always among us, and we miss him dearly. But it's the hardest thing to do.
Tonight we really miss him a lot, and some part of the songs that we kind of have something here in the throat that we cannot swallow in the middle of the performance.
Fernan's still present here with us. He's playing with us.
It was a pleasure meeting Fernan, playing with him. What makes it very difficult for us to play this concert for him is that Fernan was always a happy musician. He was a happy human being. He loved music, he loved people. Everybody just loved him. And even within the group, when there were arguments and discussions, Fernan was always positive. He was extremely optimistic, and he was very easygoing. So just meeting him, it was an example of human being.
What can I say? I'm very proud to participate with this concert for Fernan. I know him for more than 32 years. He was my partner in the group for many years in Sikuris. And I would like to say he was a very nice guy. Whatever problem he had, always smiling, always available to help everybody.
Very, very powerful. Having the family right in front of us is a bit heartbreaking. So it's hard to play, hard to perform in front of them. Fernan and I used to go back a long time ago because we came around the same year, 74. I was 12, he was 9, and we've known each other since then. I know the family very well. Fernan started playing music, I think, a little bit after me. So, we have we had a long history.
I loved it. It was great to see all the musicians back together, playing in honor of Fernan. You can tell it was a very emotional time, and it was it was a good time, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. The music is beautiful. We listen to it all the time. It's a very big part of our life, and it will be for forever. Yeah.
This musical expression really played a wonderful note to his passing. I know that it surprised many people to have him go so soon. We weren't expecting it. And as a Chilean, coming from the time of the coup to be here, this is family.
Canada in 1986, long time ago, and arriving on a Tuesday. And the same Saturday, 5 days after arriving in Toronto, I was playing with Fernan at the Salon Market with almost all the guys that are part of the band now. And then was the beginning of a friendship that is, still continue with the band. He was such a beloved friend, and everybody liked him from all Toronto, and especially here in Waterloo, big community. We feel all the time that we play, we feel that Fernan is with us.
I'm glad that many people remember him, and I'm happy that he's really well loved by a big community.
It's a friendship that will never end.
He's greatly missed, and we feel honored, just to be able to sort of play music, in his memory.
I think that this is a wonderful way to remember someone as special as Fernan. He was somebody that many people knew him for many different reasons. His photography, his music, just his way of being. He was such a great person. So I think that having a celebration where we can rejoice on what he did with his life is a good way to remember him.
I think everybody's sad, of course. I mean, I don't think there is anyone that knew Fernan that didn't adore him and misses him greatly. I know in my case, I think about him often. I know his family and friends were all deeply shocked that he left us this way and so soon and so unexpectedly. So I think the concert was a success in the sense that it accomplished what we wanted to accomplish, which was to pay tribute to a great person. He was a great musician, but above all, he was a great human. And so coming together to hear his voice, to hear his own music, his compositions here at this beautiful church, I know that he would be happy to have seen also how many people came.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.